I think I might have stepped in it. I had no idea that the telephone guy was going to sneak in and post another video promoting my channel. I love him death and I never even met him. I mean, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, I'd say quite a few of you do. At least 24 of you, because I went from 76 to 100, and I figured I'd be doing this next week. I didn't know I'd be doing it a half hour later. Oh. I'm going to kind of use this as the comment video. Y'all leave a little comment down there. And in honor of the telephone guy, since he loves hearing about my husband so much, and if you have not seen my first video, you missing out on a lot of what he finds absolutely funny. But I told him here a while back, that's not the only one of them kind of stories I've got. I don't know, I guess I'm a different kind of person. It's odd to me how people can be judgmental just because of who someone's heart goes after. I don't care if you're gay, I don't care if you're straight, if you got twin lesbians, that ain't none of my business. What you do behind your doors is all about you. And it don't matter what I've got to say about it. You love who you want to love. And with that mentality in my heart, I have got quite a few friends. I mean, if you cannot tell, just from my humor alone, I don't care what the situation is, I'm going to find something to laugh about it. And even if you've got the short end of the stick, you're going to laugh about it too. So in honor of the telephone guy, we're going to do one called Throwing Rocks. And I'm probably going to do another one after this one, just to kind of make it worth y'all listening to. But I'm one of a jack of many trades. I mean, there's a lot of things that I have experience in being able, in tasks that I have the ability to complete. And I've done stereos left and right, and car stereos, and a friend of mine named Jacob. Now, at the time, Jacob was dating a fella named Mitchell. And Jacob worked with my wife at a little Japanese restaurant. And so that's how I got to meet him and everything. And now, as I've said, I'm 6'3" with a big beard and everything else. And when he walked, I'm waiting on my wife to get off work, and he walked out the back door to take a break for a minute. And we just, hey, how you doing, and all that, and talked for a few minutes and everything. And he went back inside and told my wife, he said, there is this great big redneck outside that I was just terrified. He looks like he was just going to be so mean, and oh my God, he was so nice. And my wife's like, yeah, that's my husband. And so that's kind of where that friendship started at. A couple weeks down the road, Jacob comes to me, and he has got a stereo that he needs put in his car. So I'm one of them kind of people that in any situation that I can take the opportunity to do so, I will share whatever knowledge I have. I'm not one of them kind of people, if I'm putting a stereo in your car, you're not going to bring it to me and just drop it off. If you just bring it to me and drop it off, you fitting to pay that we're not friends and you just brought me something to work on fee. Well, this stereo was a little more complicated than I had dealt with before, and it was taking me a little longer to get it put in, and Mitchell was not happy about this. Mitchell goes to throwing him a fit because Jacob is spending so much time with me. And in the middle of one of his fits, I snatched him up and I said, young man, I got all the proof in the world that he ain't had nothing to do with me. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, has he been throwing rocks at you? Because if he'd have had some this, he'd been throwing rocks at you. And that ended that conversation right there. Now, I've also got another friend of mine named Daryl. And Daryl is one of the sweetest individuals that you will ever meet. He's a little ray of sunshine. Daryl's about 50 years old, and I love him to death. I swear he's like going to hang out with you. Honey, if you had he's like hanging out with your grandparents. Honey, have you had enough to eat? I mean, if you want, I'll go in here and fix you something. I love him to death. And as I said, he is a little ray of sunshine. And I do not know how many times he has told my wife, you know your husband's my boyfriend, right? Anyway, I told you I had a couple of more of them telephone guys. And you have no idea how much I appreciate you throwing my channel out there with a giveaway. I can't wait till I can get up big enough to reciprocate that to our fellow community members and to be able to push to get as many of us as possible up there to throw out what we find entertaining and what we like sharing. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap that one up. Like I said, y'all leave a comment on this one, and we'll say this coming Saturday. I'm not sure of the date. I ain't got my... I'm looking for my phone. That's what I'm using to record. It's one of them nights, y'all. But Saturday, we will call... we'll call that the day I'll pick us a winner. So, leave your comments on here and like, subscribe. And as telephone guy would just love for you to do, tell your friends about my husband. And y'all behave.